Today I'm talking about intuition. We have this amazing tool that we should be using far more than most of us actually do. So I'm talking about your natural knowing, your following your instincts, trusting your gut, following your heart, so many different ways of putting it. So how do we tap into this power? How do we get on board with trusting our gut a lot more than most of us actually do? And it's really quite simple. So, number one, you need to be asking. Now, that sounds super straightforward. You're probably thinking, yeah, I've asked and I don't know what the answer is. So you need to be putting out the thought to the universe, to the collective, to the higher power, whichever word you prefer, and you need to be sending out a clear thought. Which way should I go for my greater good, for my best interests? And you will 100% receive an answer in return. The universe does not let us down. If we ask, energetically, whatever you send out will come back, okay? So once you've asked, do not expect miracles. You're not going to immediately necessarily receive your answer. However, pay attention and be receptive to signs in the following hours or days. Now, number two is something that a lot of people roll their eyes at. It's not something we all like. It's meditation. And no, it doesn't always have to be cross-legged on a mat with candles burning and some panpipe music in the background. Meditation is simply clearing your mind. It's super beneficial to take time to clear your mind and hear your inner thoughts for so many reasons. It will help your creativity. It will just help with your well-being, your mental health. It will help you to be a more positive person. So I'm a big advocate for meditation. I don't sit there for hours meditating. I maybe do 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes is enough. So in meditation, you are then probably likely to receive an answer. So once your mind is clear, there is that space for that answer to be able to be presented. You're opening up the chance for your inner self, for your soul to speak to you during that meditation. And it's a way to just get in contact also with your spirit guides. Now, some of you might not understand this, but we on an earthly level, when we're born, are assigned a group of ascended beings that help us through this lifetime to make choices and to steer us and to protect us. And those spirit guides, as I like to call them, will always also be there to gently push us and help us to make the right choices. So you're kind of doubling up with the meditation. You're giving a chance for your inner self to talk, and also for your guides to have their chance to butt in and tell you some interesting stuff. And the third thing that's super important is to watch for your physical body reactions. So let's say that you're considering taking a new job. Should I take this job? And when you say this to yourself, you think, should I take this job? You notice what I'm doing there? I'm nodding to myself. If you start to nod to yourself, if you start to sort of put your shoulders open, smile, feel relieved, you get a bit excited, that is your intuition telling you it's the right thing to do. However, what if you shouldn't take the job? If you think, should I take this job? And suddenly your bodily reaction thinks, ugh, and your face starts to, and your shoulders constrict inwards, and you get this sense of dread, and you finding it hard to breathe, and there's this anxious feeling, that is your intuition telling you a big no, it's not the right way forward for you. So our body will always tell us which way is forward as well, okay? You just need to pay attention to how you're physically reacting when you think of each outcome. Now, I haven't covered the fear aspect here. You might have made a decision and you think, yes, that feels right, I'm going to do that. And then 10 seconds later you think, oh no, I can't do that because XYZ. Don't panic, it doesn't mean you've made the wrong choice. This just means that your fear is kicking in. Fear is linked to our ego. So fear is a natural emotion when something challenges our soul's growth. Just because the fear has kicked in doesn't mean you should change the outcome, okay? If your initial response using the techniques I just described was to feel good about your outcome, stick with that outcome that you've chosen, okay? Because if the fears come in later, that's just your ego. Now, you would need to maybe look into your self-worth, your self-esteem, because maybe those things are what are making you doubt and question if it's the right way forward, because maybe you don't really truly believe that you're capable, but that's a whole other story. But it's just a little guideline as to show you as to why fear can come in once we make a decision. Because if it's a decision that's about to push us out of our comfort zone, it's natural that we're going to question if we're capable.